Hey everyone, and welcome to Wound Up Wednesdays, where we ask you what's got you wound up. Guys, send us your questions, we answer them right here every Wednesday. And before we get started, I wanted to go ahead and fulfill a promise that I made to one of our clients. And she sent us one of these Viking hats from DC, and I told her that I would wear it during our next Wound Up Wednesday. So this is me fulfilling a promise that I went ahead and said to one of our clients, and I hope you guys can still take me seriously even though I'm wearing this. But this is a big shout out to you, Dr. Jen, so thanks for sending us the hat. Today we have a question from Mike, and he says, I own a small chain of hardware stores and have been trying to train my employees to know some of the ins and outs of how to do basic home construction. I am doing this so they can offer real help to our customers by giving advice on how to do some of the projects our customers are working on. Some of my employees and friends have been telling me I am crazy to invest this much time and energy. Do you think I'm crazy? Well, first of all, I'm no doctor, so there's no way I can say that you're crazy or not. And by the way, I mean, by the looks of me, am I really in the position to be able to say you're nuts or not? And I don't think so. But I can say that I think you're doing a great job, and keep up the good work, because that's what you need to do. Is any time that you can go ahead and educate your employees in a manner that will make them help out your customers, that is a huge plus. That separates you from everyone else, and that's what you want to do. You want to be helpful to them, not just showing them where a tool is in an aisle, but how they can use that tool and what projects they can use that tool on is exactly what you want to do, and that separates you from your competition. And I want to tell you a little bit of a story that happened to me personally that would relate to this question, Mike, and it has to do with hardware stores. I have always sworn by a hardware store here locally that I go to, and I won't go to anybody else, and I did that for years. And just recently I did some renovations to the house and I decided to do my own work. And when I was doing that, I went online, I did all the research, I did everything I needed to do, and what I wanted to do was put in recessed lighting. So I did all the research, and I went to the hardware store that I always go to for the recessed lights. And when I went there, I had a few questions, and when I asked them, I got no help whatsoever. Had no idea what I was talking about. I actually knew more than the person I was talking to, and I did not feel comfortable with it. So it just so happens that one of their competitors was right down the street, and I said, you know what, they're right down the street, it's convenient. I'm gonna go ahead and go there and see if they have what I'm looking for and if they can answer some of my questions. I happened to go in there, and the person I talked to told me everything they knew about recessed lighting. They knew things that I didn't even find on the internet, which was surprising because everyone finds everything on the internet these days. And not only did this person tell me what I need to do and how to do it, they also showed me a different way of doing it to save money. I saved 50 bucks, I think, by doing that, and I only had to install 2 lights. So I'm saving $25 for 2 lights, and that was pretty good. So when he gave me that type of feeling, that customer experience, I felt great about it. I felt like this person knew what they were talking about. I knew that I could trust them. So I decided to go with them. And to this day, this is about 6 months ago this happened, to this day, I have decided to stay with them and not go with the other hardware store that I used to always go to. So make sure you keep educating your employees, because that will separate you from everyone else. You putting that little bit of extra effort into your employees, that will show big time to the customers. And I think today a lot of companies go ahead and spend, I would say it's an 80-20 rule. They spend a lot of time trying to deal with the customers, 80% of the time probably with the customer, trying to make them happy, trying to do things to make them better or to bring them into the store, where the other 20% is dedicated to the employees. And I think companies need to change that. They need to figure out that there's a balance there, there's a 50-50 there. Not only do you need to listen to your customers, but you need to listen to your employees. You need to educate your employees, because they're the ones that are on the ground doing the work with your customers. And if they're not happy and they're not educated enough about the business, then it's going to come off really bad to the customer. So keep up the good work, Mike. You're doing a great job. Thank you, Mike, for your question. And for everyone else out there, go to facebook.com/personalitydriven, and you can submit questions there, and we'll answer them here every Wednesday. And also be sure to hit the like button, because we have a lot of cool things going on there, and join the conversation, join the community. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.